Welcome back to the Stockwell Eldritch Show. I'm Jason with Remax.
And I'm Dawn with Remax. Have you guys seen on Facebook the little kids? They did a video of little kids playing AC/DC.
Gosh.
And they're listening to AC/DC play, and they're all kind of have all these different responses talking about, oh my gosh, that's a good guitar player. And one little boy is totally rocking out. It's really funny. He's like, I've heard this before. And they play TNT, and then they play a bunch of other.
I don't know if it's a good thing or a
funny.
bad thing, but my son really likes AC/DC, so I don't know.
So does Luke. Yep.
That's an electrical term, isn't it? AC/DC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what the kids ask. What kind of band name is that? And I wondered that too when I was a kid. What band name is AC/DC?
What's the one? There's a song that Money Talks. Come
Yeah.
on, listen. And it was playing one time in Asher. I don't know if he still knows yet what it really says, but he always sings, come on, listen to your mother talk, come on.
Oh, I love it.
So he thought the money was mother, and that's why he picked up the song, and then he would sing that all the time. Yeah. So I don't know if I never told him the difference, the real words. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
And Katie kind of likes it because
of course she does.
Sometimes he doesn't listen. So, so we're talking with Tim Hagan and Rick Lappin with Lappin Lighting and Don Doty with Home Place Inspection. And one thing I wanted to touch base on is the real estate market as far as how things are for buyers right now. They're really good as far as the interest rates. So you almost have a kind of a different scenario. Typically, you're in a buyer's market where you have a pretty easily recognizable buyer's market or a seller's market. It's unique right now because you could contest that it's both. You could contend that both of them are in play right now. You have a buyer's market and a seller's market at the same time because the interest rates are low. Prices are projected to still go up and continue to go up based on the economic activity and the economy and the way that things are going with builders and with existing home sales and the economy and jobs and things like that. So you have a seller's market that way, or a buyer's market that way, and then you have a seller's market because you have a low supply. So you have two strong sides or strong points on both sides to say, yeah, it's a buyer's market right now, or yeah, it's a seller's market right now. So if either one of them are something that you or your friends or family or someone you know is thinking about, you can wait if it's something that you want to wait to do, but if you're waiting just to time up the market and you're looking for what Rick said earlier, a steel wall, a collapse, or some sort of timing the market or things like that as a buyer or as a seller, that is something that you probably might regret doing because you don't want to do that because you could end up passing on something that's great right now, and then it'll be more expensive later. As rates go up, I think I read somewhere, every point that interest rates go up, it decreases your buying power by over 10%.
Wow.
So if you're able to buy $300,000 right now and rates go up, you're only able to buy a $270,000 property. So you actually decrease your buying power by the time by rates going up. So it's a good time to buy and to sell, so I would recommend doing that. And the other thing is make sure we tout this on our show a lot as experience matters. So if you see us on video right now, you'll see in the room experienced people, Don Doty, Tim, Rick, Dawn, myself, and Barry as well here, videographer. But experience matters. There's so many agents coming into the marketplace, and I don't want to say bad things about new agents because we all were a new agent at one time, or we were a new home inspector, or we were a new lender, or things like that. But you don't want to be the test pilot with your largest asset or a guinea pig for your largest asset on someone who hasn't done it. So what I'd recommend to newer agents is that they should partner up with a team to have a resource, or an experienced agent to have a resource that they can fall back on when they do business. From a buyer and a seller perspective, if it's your brand new agent and they're selling your $400,000 house, there's going to be things that they're going to do wrong. Okay, just be blunt, right? There's going to be things that they're going to do that isn't correct that you're going to probably, that you won't even know necessarily, right? Because they don't know. They're just not experienced enough to know. So just make sure they have someone there walking them through the process, helping them through step by step, and because you don't want to be the one taking the hit for someone making a mistake because of they're new. So experience matters. Hashtag experience matters. We talk about it all the time. The more experience you have isn't necessarily by age in real estate. It's by how many transactions you are doing and how active you are in the business. You have to be full time, and the more you see, the more you know what to look for, and the more you're able to help. Same thing with lighting. I would think that Rick or Tim, if you went in there, they have experience. They would know and have a lot of experience and have seen a lot of homes, projects, and houses. Same thing with Don and the inspection piece.
So Don, back to Jason's point about the market being a buyer's and seller's market. Are you seeing more buyers inspections coming around? Because at one time you were seeing a lot of like time of sale, truth in housing, city inspections for sellers.
I think right now it's starting to equal out. I think that I still do the most truth in housings of anybody, and I'm probably 30% off right now from my normal, but I'm also up on my buyer inspections. So I think that the so-called rush is over, but it's now kind of a lull because we got summer and we got people on vacations. We'll have state fairs and that kind of thing. But then after that, it's going to be the fall market. So there's really never a bad time to put your house up for sale. I mean, you can't sell it if you're sitting on it and you're thinking about it. I mean, pull the trigger, get it done, move on.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, there's not a rush to put a bunch of houses on the market right now either.
No.
Typically in the middle of July.
Get your house ready. Make sure it's presentable. Nice lighting, carpet, painting, that type of thing. Get rid of a lot of trash and junk that makes your house look small, and try not to have it too dated. If you have it too dated, well, it's going to sell just like it is too dated. It's nice to get a professional in, nice agent to come in and kind of give you some knowledge. Knowledge is power. Power is money. And that's what this is about. You know, you want to maximize your sale. You want experienced agents, experienced lenders. You know, I tell people, look, say you need a heart transplant. You're going to go to the doctor that just got out of school? I'm not going to do it. I want the doctor that's had the most.
That's done them.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, if you're a seller thinking of selling right now, you didn't miss the boat.
No.
Okay, so you're like, oh shoot, we missed it. We missed the March.
No.
We missed the April. You didn't. It's still, your house can still go on now. You might get a few less showings overall, but your house will still sell because there's still a lot of buyers that missed the boat and didn't get anything in February, March, April, and May, and now they're still out there.
Yeah, and they're probably reducing their price at this point too, because some people were
Exactly.
testing the market. They
Yes.
were pricing the house too high, and then it ends up
You
selling
see some of that,
later,
yeah.
just not for what
I think it's
someone
evened
wanted.
out. I think, April, May, people spent a lot of money for housing.
Yeah.
Maybe spent a little bit too much.
Shh. Don't say that.
Well,
That's naughty.
If they love if they like, possibly, but if they like the house a lot and they got it, and they're timing,
Yes.
it's, you know. But
Truly, you're right, Jason.
Yeah, if you're a buyer right now, you're going to find opportunity. If you're a seller, you're thinking, oh, I missed it. No, you didn't.
No.
You can go on now and still
Yes.
sell for
a great price.
Very good scenario because the rates were very, very, very favorable for us. So I would say that it's a good time. So
Yeah, I sold my condo back in March, and Dawn listed it.
Yes, I did.
Went on the market at 7:30 on a Friday night. By 4:30 p.m. on Saturday, we had 11 showings and 3 offers. One much higher than asking price.
Yep. That was great.
Yes.
That was fun.
It
So,
happened really fast.
It did. That was
Dawn
fun.
said, "Are you ready?" And I said, "I think so."
I think so.
And within 24 hours, you were shooting it. It was live.
Yep.
We had a request for a showing
Right away.
30 minutes
Yeah,
after it went
yeah.
live. Yep.
I remember getting the call. Can we get in last minute? I know that your office is closed. And I'm like, oh, I'll call the seller and find out. And I knew that you would, but
Yep. I had food in the microwave and had to throw it in the fridge and get in the
that
car.
was fun.
If you have a townhouse anywhere in the suburbs, big demand for those right now, especially if you're under 200 and a quarter. So if your price is 225 and under, and you have a townhome, and you do want to move, and you want to buy a new construction single family, you want to do something, great time for that. There's a ton of buyers trying to buy townhomes under 2 and a quarter in the suburbs that have the 2 or 3 beds, big 1,500 or 1,300 to 1,600 square foot. So I would say if you're in that range, definitely reach out or get a market analysis if you're considering moving, because there's a lot of demand for that. So
Well, yeah, we've got a lot of buyers in our pocket looking for that. So, I mean, it could even sell off the market, which would be, I think, sometimes it's nice for some sellers to not have to go through showings. They don't want to deal with the showings. So if they can sell it before it hits the market with someone that has pocket inventory like we do, I think it's great.
showings don't happen. You have one showing essentially or two, and then and your negotiations are very, very quick. I don't want to say easy, but they're quick because usually they come in right away and they pay the price that you're asking, and it works pretty nicely on some of those. So, and it benefits everybody. The buyer's happy and the seller's happy. So.
When we come back, we're going to talk with Rick and Tim about the power of LED.
Stay tuned, folks.
And the sun